Welcome back to another episode of the Casade Mountaineers Dynasty. We have another bye week in week 7. We had a bye week 7 last season as well. And so I actually went back and looked at that bye week, and we already had 6 commits at that point last season, or at this point last season. You can see that our lack of success is wreaking havoc on our recruiting success, as we only have 2 commits so far in this class. These guys their points back real quick. We have free safety Travis Brown and Malcolm Leach, wide receiver, both 3 stars. But that's it. That's all we have in the way of recruits. We're still waiting on a number of guys to pick. As you can see, we're leading on a number of them. It's just we haven't been able to seal the deal on a lot of them. We have a visit scheduled for virtually all of them, except for these 2. We're gonna get them by way of default. No one else is recruiting them, so they're gonna go to the only team that's got them even on the board. But as you saw, we have a couple guys coming in this week during the bye week. Let's see who they are. Woodard and Moore. I think those are our... We have this DN coming in this week, and then Moore, the 2-star wide receiver who we're gonna get. I should honestly just offer him so he commits this week. I might do that. I'm gonna drop Matt Lewis down to 400. I'm gonna up Tom Moore by just an offer. See if we can't get him to commit this week when he's in on the visit. But yeah, so clearly not having the success this season that we had last season, and I gotta think it's got something to do with our lack of ability to get wins on the field. Here's the top 25 coaches poll. USC, who we got on the schedule later this year, up to number 4, 5-0 undefeated. Very, I guess, run-of-the-mill top 10. Maybe Indiana, North Carolina are surprises, but still Power 5 all through the top 10, all through the top 15, 16, 17, 18. Louisiana is our highest-ranked Group of 5 team, coming in at 20th with a 2-1 record. They have not played very many games this season. Severely backloaded schedule here. Wow. Louisiana is the only Group of 5 school in the top 25. That is interesting. Let's go back up here. Let's check to see who's leading the ACC. Florida State, North Carolina, Clemson. So 3 top 10 teams there for the ACC. The ACC is back. Bunch of one-loss teams in the American, but none good enough to jump up into the top 25, I guess. Yeah. If Cincinnati beats Auburn, that's gonna be irrefutable to get them in. Baylor and Kansas both undefeated, but Kansas State not ranked in the top 25. Oh, they have Baylor this week, so that'll be the big game to determine who makes the top 10 there, or top 25 perhaps. Oklahoma and Texas ranked higher than both Baylor and Kansas State, despite worse records. Iowa State also with a worse record. It's that early season bias. Let's see who's winning the Heisman race. Jace McClellan, a junior running back from Bama. Stop me if you've heard that before. Hassan Haskins, last year's winner, hanging out down in 4th place. Sam Howell apparently did not go pro. He's rocking a 99 overall. But look at those stats. Those aren't Heisman winning stats. Championship contenders, let's look at how we stack up. We are the 3rd worst team in college football. We're not worse than Vanderbilt, though. Are there any no-win teams? Arkansas State still a no-win team, better than us, according to championship contenders. But we're going to peak at 74 in 4 years. So be on the lookout for the Mountaineers in 3 years. Upset alert. Let's check out stats. Will Watson hanging out in 6th place in passing yardage. Garrett Humphries, the 2nd-ranked running back in the country. Cade Hendricks, 33rd receiver in the country with 389 yards. And 3 of our guys hanging out thanks to a tackle bug. But all defensive backs, too. Shows you how good we are at getting to the quarterback. Our best defensive end, our best sack creator, has 2 sacks. Keep in mind, last year we nearly set the NCAA record for sacks in the season. Like, let's just go ahead and look at what that record is again. 18 sacks. He had more sacks in 1 game than we have in 5, probably, as a team. We'll let that sink in for a moment. Interceptions, same thing. Ethan Winchester, middle linebacker, has 1 interception, and that's it. Last year, guys had 7. And kicking at, we haven't attempted a field goal yet this year. So, in the national scale of things, it could be better for Cascade right now. Still 100% job security for Russ Craw here. No need to worry about getting fired here. Very, very obviously a low. And is there a reason our team didn't show up to play against Air Force? Real. Well, that'll do it. I'm going to go ahead and advance, see if we get any of those 2 commits. But we're heading down to Hawaii next week. They're also a one-win team, so that's a winnable game. If you don't win, I got to think that my job security is going to drop a little bit. So we'll check that out as soon as we get the results from that game. But let's see if we get any commits from either of the 2 guys stopping by. See if we can't get a little bit of momentum going in the recruiting trail again. Here, it's the midway point of the season here. Got to think that wide receiver is going to commit more. 2-star speed guy. Only offered him because we have the space on the roster. Don't really need him. Might end up playing around with his position. We'll see. He's not really an amazing wide receiver that we need to be too worked up about keeping him there. Oh, hey, there we go. We got 4 commits. We've got a big commit from Jamar Harris, a free safety. 2 linemen. Oh, 5 commits. Secondary just got a lot of help for the future right there. That was a big weekend. And Tom Moore did not commit after visiting with his scholarship. Little disappointing. And Hawaii is still 1 win. Let's go ahead and set up the recruiting board, and then I'll go ahead and say see you later for this video, and then we'll get into the next one. Why don't you commit, huh? How about you make all of our dreams come true? Wonder if I can make up any ground on that guy. I could make up some ground on Dennis Keys here. We got a kid out of Sterling last season as well. Just jump him up here. Put like 250 into him. See if we can't get him to commit with minimal points. All right, we got 100 points to play with. Want to keep building that Canada pipeline. It's a tough one. How many DNs are we recruiting? got eight on the board. No commits though. Looks like Lance McIntyre's better, so we'll go ahead and put points into him. Go bump him up too. Get him right there. If we can land Woodard, Lee, and Hughes, our defensive line is going to be scary. At this point, McIntyre is kind of just an add-on. He's got good speed though, so maybe we could move him back to make him more rush edge. A little small, but that'll do it for the bye week episode here. We'll get back into the game against Hawaii soon. Thank you for watching this episode of the Cascade Mountaineers Realistic Dynasty.